Roman Reigns just saved Friday Night SmackDown. People, put your ones in the air. SmackDown needs Roman like the desert needs rain. SmackDown needs Roman like a heart needs a beat. SmackDown needs Roman like a letter needs a stamp. SmackDown needs Roman like pizza needs cheese. And most importantly, SmackDown needs Roman like Tangaloa needs a new side plate. People, Roman Reigns is back. SmackDown is so much more fun right now. Like, SmackDown got a lot of criticism lately for being the worst show in professional wrestling. I may not agree with that, but you know, it definitely, well, it kinda sucked lately. Let's be honest right here. Having Roman gives this show a complete new feel. Like, the crowd went absolutely nuts. You know, the crowd sold me on the whole OCT thing. Didn't like it at first. Sounds kinda ridiculous. But I mean, Roman, if you say so. So people, welcome back to another episode of Greatness of SmackDown. I'm seeing the growth. Appreciate it. Love you guys. Thank you very much. Well, SmackDown kicks off with the WWE Champion Cody Rhodes. He talked about what happened at SummerSlam and says he needs a challenger, and he has someone in mind and he's about to call him out, but he gets interrupted by Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa interrupts and says if it wasn't for Roman Reigns, he would be a WWE champion right now, and he wants a rematch. Cody says it's because of you, Jacob is injured, and you're cosplaying as a tribal chief. Of course, Cody got outnumbered until we got Kevin Owens with the steel chair. Solo says I'll take care of you after I find Roman Reigns. And the next thing that happened between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens kinda felt like a response to the fans that, you know, you gotta earn championship opportunities, and if you don't, well, we have an explanation. Basically, Cody says, before you leave, I have something to tell you. You had my back, you earned a championship opportunity. I wanna face that Clash in Berlin. Kevin Owens feels like he doesn't deserve the championship, he appreciates the opportunity, but he's not gonna take it. And Cody is not taking a no for an answer. He tells him, you earned it, you're a prize fighter, I'm gonna talk to Nick Aldis, and most likely, I'll see you at Clash in Berlin. Kevin Owens is still not feeling it. You know, the thing is, I know it's a very predictable match, but I'm very interested in it because of the quality of the match. And, you know, I'm a story guy. I mostly care about it when it comes to the story and stuff. Work rate is not the most important part of wrestling to me, but honestly, I can't wait. And I do feel like outside of the storyline, Kevin Owens actually deserves it, right? I also like this backstage segment where Kevin Owens says, I don't deserve it. You need to earn these opportunities. But when Nick told him that he's considering Roman Reigns for a rematch, Kevin Owens said, what? That's not even a thing anymore. I was Universal Champion, I never got that rematch, it's no longer a thing in the WWE. I love when they actually mention that stuff, because that's actually true. And, you know, whenever WWE makes sense, I appreciate that. I can turn a blind eye to a lot of things in professional wrestling, but sometimes you just appreciate these little details. Lovely stuff, man. Of course, eventually Nick Aldis says, I'm giving you the championship match. It's official. I mean, Roman is busy anyway. I do believe we might get Roman versus Solo at Clash in Berlin, and maybe in my tier list video I said I'm not interested in the match. I'm not interested in the match when it comes to WrestleMania, you know? I just don't see it happening. I don't really want that. When it comes to other pay-per-views, B-level pay-per-views, it's great. It's one of the biggest matches you could have. Just in the previous video, I talked about how I want WWE to have #1 contenders matches, you know, more of them, and that's exactly what we got on this show. We got a WWE #1 contenders qualifier, Theory and Waller versus the Street Profits, which I found this match to be pretty entertaining. I also loved the finish of the match, in which Street Profits won. Obviously didn't make Austin Theory and Grayson Waller happy, and they also made a lot of sense. They went to Nick Aldis saying, so, like, you can ask for championship opportunities, just like Kevin Owens did. I like that it's almost like WWE roasting themselves. When it doesn't make enough sense, they call it out on television, making it make sense. Love that shit. There's this weird beef between Tiffany Stratton and Chelsea Green that I don't completely understand. From what I can tell, Chelsea is jealous of Tiffany. Also, at this point, I'm not even sure what Pretty Deadly adds to the product. I mean, nothing against the talent, it's just that they're used in some of the most pointless ways you can imagine. Then we got Jade versus Alba Fire, one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Pretty short match, pretty obvious result. Jade Cargill won the match. After the match, they got attacked, but we got Naomi with the save. You know, I'm on that stage, there's penis in my veins, I'm about to go insane. Sometimes what I'm struggling with these SmackDown and Raw reviews is giving you my opinion on certain matches, certain moments. But, you know, sometimes I watch a match, a segment, and it's just kinda there, like, what am I supposed to say? I don't find anything negative about it. I find it neutral. It happened. I don't have a problem with it. I'm glad WWE Women's Tag Team Championships are being used. People, CM Punk and Randy Orton are going to be on NXT in October. I can already imagine. I didn't see, but I can already imagine the amount of tweets from AEW fans. This is going to break Twitter. We see the new United States Champion LA Knight with an updated music. Is it good? Yes, because the previous one was good and this is basically a remix. Was it necessary? Not necessarily. From what I can tell, it has more drums. I mean, it sounds good. I actually want to see the full actual version, but I'm pretty sure it's not even uploaded on YouTube yet. And LA Knight basically says, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Hit him and leave him. Hey yo. He got interrupted by Santos Escobar. Santos doesn't feel like LA Knight is a worthy champion. He doesn't look like a champion. He doesn't believe he's a champion. And you know, it was really expected. Like the moment LA Knight walked in, I was like, okay, Santos is going to interfere. And honestly, I don't care about the story. I might be interested in the match. I just don't care about the story. It's the same thing with the WWE where someone wins a championship and just the next rivalry is going to be something really predictable, something that, you know, just a bit of a filler. I get it, you want to build him as a champion, but I wish we got something with a bit more oomph. But we got the #1 contenders match for the United States Championship, Andrade El Idolo versus Santos Escobar. Now, obviously, this went pretty hard. Two very entertaining athletes. We did get a few interferences, and that's how Santos actually won with the help of Carmelo Hayes. Because Carmelo has a problem with Andrade. They've been fighting for like 2 or 3 weeks right now, in which, you know, Andrade actually won all of these matches. So it's official, and again, I know the match is gonna be good. I don't care about the story. Honestly, I don't give a shit about it. And I kind of feel weird about it because, you know, I do want to see Santos getting pushed. So it's not like I have a problem with this match happening. You know, he deserves the shot. It's great. I just sometimes wish these title reigns would kick off with a bang, you know. We got a Giovanni Vinci video package. He's making his return with a new gimmick. I believe a similar gimmick he used in NXT. I mean, I hope this is gonna work out. You never know with these things, man. You never know. Like, if it was Vince McMahon's era, I would honestly say that this ain't gonna work. This is gonna be a 2-month thing and it's gonna be over. So we'll see. This one is risky in my opinion. And with the amount of talent we already have on the roster, you know, the amount of talent that are still kind of just there and can't reach that next level, it's gonna be really interesting. Another tag team qualifying match, DIY versus Pretty Deadly. This was a very obvious one. I feel like DIY should feel like champions already since the Bloodline are still using their side plates. Man, why does everything involving Tangaloa is a botch? Even the small things like a side plate. Now it's time to acknowledge our tribal chief. We see Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline without Jacob Fatu. Jacob is injured. It's confirmed. That honestly sucks. One of my favorite parts of Friday Night SmackDown. Roman Reigns, in case you haven't noticed, I'm the tribal chief now. You want these back? Then come and get it for me. Of course, Roman's music hits. Crowd goes wild. What I liked about this segment, this fight, whatever, is that Roman was absolutely ruthless. Like, this is not the same babyface Roman we watched in 2015. This is different. And, you know, everything he does, the crowd goes wild. And he's a babyface, people. Like, let that sink in. This is the same, the big dog. The big dog. Every time he tried to do something that seemed like, okay, he's booked way too strong, people booed. Now it's different. People want to see him dominate the entire Bloodline, and none of us have a problem with that shit. It goes to show you how good booking can change everything. The same thing happened with The Rock on a smaller scale when he was a babyface, and people just booed the shit out of him, and him turning heel changed his character, and he eventually had to turn babyface because of how beloved he was. And the same thing happened with Roman Reigns right here. Like, he's on a whole different level right now. He's great in the ring, he's great on the microphone, he has a different character, he has the aura. My man completely dominated the Bloodline. And like, he's a babyface in wrestling terms, but if you're watching this, like, not with a wrestling mind, he's not necessarily even a good guy. You know, he's just fighting against bigger assholes. Like, could you actually say that Stone Cold Steve Austin was a good guy? Not necessarily. And in my opinion, these are the best baby faces. Obviously, the other scenario works too. Hulk Hogan, John Cena, and Cody. I get that. But man, Roman is the type of babyface that is gonna be beloved by every demographic. Whether you're a kid, a grown-up, Everybody's gonna love Roman. He's just cool. Saying Roman saved SmackDown is an exaggeration. It's a catchy YouTube video title, I understand. But honestly, in some ways, I do feel that way. You know, I feel like Roman adds so much, he has so much aura. We're at a point right now where seeing Roman on television feels kinda, I wouldn't say unusual, but special. You know, it almost like seeing a part-timer that you really missed. And it goes to show you how popular, how much aura this guy has already. It's crazy. Like, now seeing Roman, I have this sense of appreciation. Like, I appreciate seeing this man on my television, even though we should be taking it for granted since he's still a full-time competitor. I don't want to jump the gun, but I feel like this match gotta happen at Clash in Berlin, right? Like, Solo versus Roman. I already talked about it, but I feel like it should happen. Like, unless it's some kind of a tag team match, but so far we're not seeing Cody getting involved anymore. Which, you know, I still stand by my opinion. At one point, we need to see Cody and Roman as tag team champions. I don't care. But it seems like we ain't getting that anytime soon. So, thank you for watching this video. Thank you so much for your support. Like, I'm just having fun, man. Lately, I'm just trying to fight insecurities and stuff. And, I mean, just upload shit. And again, I do appreciate the love from you guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.